What happens when the tribal chief himself, beaten down but unbroken, speaks from his hospital bed and delivers a message that could change the very future of professional wrestling forever? Roman Reigns, the face of an era, the man who carried the bloodline and WWE on his shoulders for years, has just responded to Seth Rollins' vicious declaration of war, and what he revealed isn't just another storyline, it's a seismic shock that drags none other than AEW's Jon Moxley into the picture. Fans, this is not hype, this is reality. This is the kind of moment that could blur the lines between companies, dissolve the walls of brand loyalty, and pull professional wrestling into an era that no one thought possible. Roman's words from his hospital bed weren't those of a broken man. They were those of a leader plotting the next move in a war that now stretches beyond WWE itself. Wrestling fans, if you thought the Bloodline saga was earth-shattering, prepare yourselves because this twist is rewriting the playbook. Smash that subscribe button right now, because what we're about to break down is the most explosive revelation of the year, and you'll want to be locked in for every single update as this chaos unfolds. And before we dive into the details, don't forget to rep your side. Grab the Roman Reigns OTC 1 collection, show your loyalty with Seth Rollins' visionary gear, or even fly the flag for chaos with Jon Moxley's AEW merchandise. Links are in the description. Support the channel and represent your warrior in this war that's about to consume professional wrestling. Now, let's set the stage. The WWE Universe is still trying to catch its breath after Braun Breaker's savage assault that left both Roman Reigns and Jey Uso hospitalized, a moment that already seemed like the final nail in the coffin of the Bloodline's dominance. Rollins and his allies declared open war, claiming the throne and mocking what was left of Roman's empire. But just when it seemed like the tribal chief had been silenced, the world witnessed a video from his hospital room, a video that immediately went viral and set social media ablaze. Roman, taped ribs, IVs hooked to his arm, sat upright with the same cold fire in his eyes that made him the head of the table. His words cut through the silence. "Seth," he said, "you think you've won, you think the bloodline is finished, but family isn't only about blood, it's about who answers when you call." Those words alone sent chills across the wrestling world, but what came next shattered expectations. Roman declared that he had made a call, not to just anyone, but to someone who knows betrayal, someone who knows brotherhood, someone who understands that some bonds go deeper than business, deeper than contracts, deeper than brands. He didn't drop a name, but the implication was unmistakable. He was calling out to Jon Moxley, the man who once stood beside him in the Shield, the brother who left WWE but carried the fight elsewhere, carving his own path of violence, chaos, and redemption. The Shield may have been broken years ago, but as Roman said, its spirit is forever. And then, with the intensity of a man not defeated but reawakened, Roman ended his message with the words, "The game has changed, Seth, and you are not ready for what's coming." Those words alone were enough to send the internet into meltdown. Fans are already debating if we're about to see the impossible, Roman Reigns and Jon Moxley, two sides of a broken shield, uniting across company lines to take down Seth Rollins. The implications are staggering. Imagine what this means not just for WWE but for AEW, for the entire industry. Could this be the first step toward true interpromotional cooperation? Is Vince McMahon's empire about to collide with Tony Khan's vision in a way that turns fantasy booking into reality? Wrestling journalists, fans, insiders, and even superstars are whispering the same question. Could we be standing at the edge of a new era where old bonds override corporate walls? Roman's statement doesn't just challenge Seth Rollins, it challenges the very structure of the wrestling business. And think about the timing. With Roman and Jey sidelined, the bloodline fractured, and Seth declaring himself untouchable, this is the perfect moment for a game-changing alliance. If Jon Moxley does step through that door, the shockwaves will hit every locker room, every boardroom, every arena in the world. Fans will choose sides. WWE loyalists will clash with AEW diehards. And the Shield's legacy will be dragged into a fight that could redefine what wrestling brotherhood really means. Social media is already on fire, with hashtags like Shield Reunion, Roman Moxley, and Wrestling Chaos trending worldwide. Some fans are screaming that this is the twist of the decade. others insisting it can never happen. But one thing is clear, every single person is watching. Seth Rollins may believe he has ended the bloodline, but what Roman has unleashed from that hospital bed suggests he has only awakened a bigger storm, one fueled not just by family blood, but by the spirit of brothers who once fought side by side. This isn't just about championships anymore. This is about survival, loyalty, betrayal, and legacy. And Seth Rollins, who thought he was holding all the cards, may now be facing a nightmare he never saw coming. So smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell because this war is only just beginning, and every twist will be bigger than the last. But now we ask you, do you believe Jon Moxley will stand with Roman Reigns? Do you think the Shield's spirit is strong enough to survive years of betrayal, chaos, and corporate walls? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now, because this isn't just a story, it's a revolution, and the wrestling world is about to find out what happens when bonds that were once unbreakable are called upon again in the fight of a lifetime. What happens when the tribal chief himself, bruised and battered, speaks from his hospital bed and drops a message that could rewrite the very history of professional wrestling? Roman Reigns has just shattered the silence after Seth Rollins' vicious declaration of war, and his response isn't just another promo. It's a bombshell that drags none other than AEW's Jon Moxley into the chaos. This is bigger than brand wars, bigger than rivalries, bigger than anything we've seen before, because what Roman hinted at isn't just a storyline. It's an industry-shifting moment that has the power to rip apart the walls between WWE and AEW. Wrestling fans, if you thought the Bloodline saga was shocking, buckle up, because this is the most explosive twist yet. Subscribe right now because you do not want to miss what comes next. Before we dive deep into this groundbreaking development, don't forget to represent the chaos by grabbing your gear. Whether it's the Roman Reigns OTC 1 collection, the Seth Rollins visionary merchandise, or even Jon Moxley's AEW drops, links are below so you can rep your side in this brewing war. Now, let's break it all down. The entire wrestling world is still shaken after Braun Breaker's brutal assault left Roman Reigns and Jey Uso hospitalized, a moment that already looked like the death blow to the Bloodline Empire. But in a twist nobody could have seen coming, Roman has spoken from his hospital bed, not only acknowledging Seth's declaration of all-out war but also teasing a shocking new alliance with his former Shield brother Jon Moxley, a move that could erase the lines between two companies and drag us all into uncharted territory. This is not just about tea.